And the family and home is the first one on my wheel of life. It depends on who you are. You prioritize the 6 areas of life, but for me, it starts with family and home. So in this family and home, I have to create time for my family, not just my nuclear family, for my extended family. I've got siblings, and for me, I've got 19 siblings. Yes, 19. Because we come from 5 sets of children. So I've got, once upon a time I had 19 siblings, but I think 4 have since passed on. But I come from a family of, the first family where my mom and my dad were in the first set, so we are like the common denominator. So we were 5 girls. Then my mother went and got married. She had 5 more kids. My father married, had 4 girls and 2 boys. Then my stepmom came with her 3 children. But we are so lucky that you cannot know that these ones are not my siblings. They're just all my siblings, and we're all equal. So in my family and home, we are busy because we can have a party just us. We can host something just us. We can have a wedding without calling a lot of people, just us. So my family and home is very, very interesting. But I pay attention a lot to my kids, what I do with my family and home. There are a lot of things that happen at home, at work, and in our environment. But we make sure that at least we have one meal, which is dinner, together, sitting on the table. Every day we sit at the table, we set the table and eat from the table. And you know why? It is from eating together that you would see that your child, who is male, has got an earring. Then you sort it out. It gives you an opportunity to acknowledge what is going around in your family, and you can stop it. If it's bad, you stop it. If it's good, you affirm them and you give them a high five, and it's good to go. So we use that to even teach how to eat on the table, how to hold knife and fork, what glass is for what. So we teach them. It provides me with the teaching opportunity of bringing a real good family together, and also tell them who is an auntie. An auntie who we are born with. Like I've just been said that I have got many siblings, so I tell them who is an auntie, who is a mother's sister, an auntie who is from where, even like your workers, they are called auntie, your uncle. But I tell them exactly who an auntie is, who an uncle is, who is a brother, who is a sister, who is a real uncle or uncle from, the environment, so they know. It gives us an opportunity, and they ask a lot of questions. My children always ask a lot of questions. Who came? Where do they come from? How are you related to them? So it gives us, that is the time where we ask each other what it is that about our family. And also it also gives impetus to just check, what do they know? If it is even with food. Like for me, I'm very choosy, but the father can eat anything. So they say, why don't you eat this? Why do we eat? Why do we have to eat this? Why do we have to eat Why do we have to eat a balanced diet? So it's from there that you actually develop a cadre of children who know exactly what things are. Because those things, they don't teach them at school. They will teach you, this is your father, they will teach you respect, they will teach you, but they will not teach you your own, culture, your own things that are there. So in family and home, I make sure that I dedicate quality time. And for us, quality time is sitting together at the table, asking one another, how was school? How was work? Do you have homework? What it is that you're doing, so that at least you can be able to interact and know these things. So that is one way of one way that I make sure that my family and home is relevant in the wheel of life. Quality time is what I give. Even if it's 30 minutes, it's quality time. And quality time doesn't mean proximity. We can be together in one room and we're not talking. Even driving from Lusaka to Kitwe, you're in one car, but you're not talking. What's the non-talking terms? Maybe you're annoyed with each other and you're not talking. That's not quality time, that's proximity. So I'm talking about quality time, whether it's 10 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours, it has to be quality time. That's what family and home means, where you are dedicated to making sure that you are aware of what your family is doing. So that's the first spoke of life, and you have to create time for you to be able to measure the success in that. When we're doing the full course, it's a course which is a big, but that is where I'm just introducing it. My talks are going to be based on these 6 areas because they make a total person. So that's for family and home.